Hey everyone, Amy with AP Designs. I'm super excited to show you this video because in preparing to show you just the ruffle braid and do just the ruffle braid for this video, I ended up either coming up with, or, which I don't think so, or just by chance putting it together and creating a braid I haven't seen before. So if you recognize this, please tell me what it is because I love it. It's really cute. There it is right there. I am trying to talk fast because I wasn't going to do a voiceover, but the original sound sucked. So here we are. So to make these ruffles for whichever braid, you're making them the same way. You're going to use the number 9 ribbon. You're going to use your ruffler, which I got that one from Flippity Flare, but there is someone else that also makes a ruffler. I think it's on Etsy. I'm just not sure who, so sorry about that. But you can also use a doll pin, which I got from the Dollar General in the craft section. It's a little wooden pin. Or guess what? You can use your fingers. So right here, I'm going to demonstrate that even if you have a fancy tool like this, you can still screw up your ruffles. So be sure that you use the same amount of pressure and that you start at the same point after each pleat. So if you're starting right next to the end of one pleat without putting any space in between it and the next, be sure to do that again or you're going to end up with uneven pleats. So what we're making is a box pleat. And you're not creasing anything, so be sure not to crease. And you're going to staple this just at the edge because our goal is to do these two number 9s. One here, and we're going to do another one, and we're going to overlap them in the center where the staples are. I hope that makes sense. So I'm kind of demonstrating how a good way to start using the ruffler if you've not used one before and you just got one. And again, you just want to staple as close to that edge as possible and don't crease. Whew, I had to talk really fast in the beginning and now it's nice and slowed down. And there it is. And my ruffles are turning out great. Thank you, Flippity Flare. There's my split ends. Ugh. I really need to be more aware when I'm filming. Okay, so we're just going to go all the way up. So if you didn't get a chance to check out what ribbon I'm using, rewind it back, pause it. I'm telling you exactly what I'm using. I'll go ahead and tell you here too. It is a number 9. It's 2 yards long. This one particularly, in case you're wondering, I'm using 2 number whites and then another number 9, but a gold. So I doubled up my whites on there just so they would be nice and bright. So I'm working with 3 ribbons and just trying to keep them even. And now there I was pointing out that my tool is not perfect. You can still have user error. So just be sure the goal of this braid is to create pleats that are even on both sides, as even as possible. You're not going to, I've made some before and they're not completely even. It's not going to look horrible. You're your own worst critic. So if you're being picky about it and you've done the best that you can, that's all you can do. They're going to be perfect. So here I am. Oh, look, I finally found the speed up button. And I was like, let's go and get on with this show. Pleat staple, pleat staple. So in a second, it's going to, not in a second, probably just another 30 seconds or so. I'm going to show you a little diagram that I made of how we're going to put these together. There I am seeing how long that I made, and I think it made like 28 inches from the top of the ribbon to the bottom. So when I put these together, my bottom color I like to flip around and do on top just to give it a little something, you know. And also one side will be gold and one side will be white. And I am wanting to make sure that when you start the second one, make sure before you start stapling that you're stapling the right side of your pleat, because if you staple the same side that you just did and do it exactly in the same way, you're going to have to make another one because, well, I guess you could throw it upside down, but then your colors will be off. This really is so much easier to explain whenever you're doing it and not doing a voiceover. Okay, so here I am. Before I get too far along, I wanted to make sure that my pleats were even, because I will go and staple remove. I know I'm doing that there. I'm like, queen, don't like it. It really is an easy braid to make. Even when I was using just my hands, it doesn't take long to put this braid together. And it's fun. It adds some dimension to your mum. It's not a flat braid. It's a kind of a puffy braid. Poofy. Okay, so here I am. Yay, putting it. Okay, here's how we're going to assemble. There we are. The red line is glue. Pretend like that's hot glue. So these are the two sides I made. And I'm going to overlap them. Animation. And then, after they're overlapped with hot glue, I'm going to bling it. Then on the back, this is the back, I'm going to put a ribbon over all of those staples. So it'll be nice and clean. Here I am doing just that. And my hot glue is so stringy. Do you guys have any tips about hot gluing to prevent so much stringy hot glue? Is it just hot glue? Because I've even bought some of the expensive one, the super crystal clear insert name brand here, and I don't know, it's still, I just always get strings and it drives me nuts. Oh, brag. That's my new baby hot glue. Hot glue gun. It was $7.99 at Joann Fabrics, and I love it. Here's my hair again. Okay, so I'm going to kind of zoom in and show you exactly what I'm doing. See how I've decided that the gold was going to be on top, so just those edges are going to overlap. Then we're going to cover it up with some bling. And there's the mystery braid right there. See, I was just holding those two together originally with some pins, little clippy clips that are on there right now, and just so they would stay together. And then I looked at it and I'm like, hey, that actually would be really cute to do just like that. And it is. It's so cute. So I'm excited about it because, number one, it's cute. But number two, I haven't seen it before, which really doesn't mean that much because, well, just because. Okay, here, am I about to do the back? Yes. Okay, so reload that glue stick. And now I'm just going to put hot glue all down the line of the back and just cover up those staples with a piece of backing ribbon, which is just ribbon, and I just labeled it backing ribbon. It's just a piece of ribbon. But I've made it this far, and I'm not going to go back and do my voiceover again, so. And there we are. It really is pretty. I love it because it's just so fluffy. Okay, so right here is a picture. This is better. This is where I'm gluing. The red is glue. So I'm basically gluing those ruffles, instead of gluing them laying down, I'm standing them up and gluing the backs together. So if you got to go back and check it out, if not, you can look at this. And I'm just going to glue. Look at that glue gun. Best $7.99 I ever spent. It's really nice. Okay. These glue strings. And I'm just going to stick it together. And now I did try to put some bling on here. I couldn't find a good spot to put bling. So at this point, honestly, didn't really feel like it. So we're going to just flip that baby over, put a ribbon on the back to cover up those the little separation, because it's not stapled. Well, it is stapled. We got to cover that up, but I still am going to glue, just because only the little, I don't even know what you call those little pleats, or little round part of the pleats are glued together. So just kind of to seal everything up. So what do you think, you guys? Do you love it? Have you seen it before? More importantly, tell me what it's called, because this is the ruffle braid is super popular, and I can't imagine that somebody, with all these talented people out here that do this stuff, can't imagine that somebody hasn't already put it together this way. So let me know what it is, or else I'm just going to call it the mystery braid, and that is no fun. I got to know the name of this braid. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in. I hope one of you can enlighten me to the name of this braid. And if you have any braids you want to see, or you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. And make sure you do all the YouTube things like share, subscribe, save, all of it. Bye, you guys.